So today, I'm going to give you a little bit of a, let's say, cautionary tale about FOMO, fear of missing out. When it comes to these markets, things are going to start, if things play out the way we believe, things being global liquidity, Bitcoin dominance, hitting a new high, money rolling over into altcoins, and assets, generally speaking, risk on assets over the next 12 months between now and September 25 go up. I don't know if you consume as much content as I do in terms of videos and articles and things about crypto, but I've been seeing over the last, let's say, 3-6 months, a lot of pretty, let's just call it, not very exciting content. In other words, my content or others, not exciting because it's a lot of research. It's a lot of, well, this could happen and that could happen, and this layer one now has faster transactions than that layer one, or this one's got more TVL, but it's been pretty slow. And that's good because it's allowed us to do our research and to make investment decisions. Now, I should say, big dumb animal, don't do what I do. This is for informational purposes only. I always have to disclaim that. But I'm going to talk about AI in the category. Now, when I talk about FOMO, I have three boys, college age or working. And one of them, my youngest, ton of energy, played a bunch of sports, all that kind of stuff. But this day and age, because of his phone, he can get information really fast. Let's say he has a day off, he's home, he comes in, he sits down on the couch, he's relaxing. Boom. Oh, I'm going to go play basketball. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to go grab my shoes. He's about to put on his shoes. Boom. Oh, well, so-and-so wants to go fishing. Well, maybe I'll do that later. I'll have to come back and get my rod. You might need to give me a ride, Dad. I'm going to have to go here and there. And then, someone else wants to go grab some food. And then all of a sudden he's getting bombarded with stuff. And he gets, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I want to do everything. Well, that's happening. Just starting to happen. If you look at this Bitcoin chart, what most people follow are some of the basics. I mean, of course, you look at the Fed and what's going on in global liquidity, but the idea that, hey, we first need Bitcoin to get to a new high. And what is it? It's very close to hitting this blue line here at the top, hitting its all-time high. Okay, let's say that happens and Bitcoin starts to take off. Then people are going to look at Bitcoin dominance. Now, some of these are little lagging indicators, but Bitcoin dominance, where is it? It's extremely high. It's up around 59, 60%. How high will it go? Who knows? And then when it starts to drop, again, it'll be a little bit of a lagging indicator because it has ups and downs. Generally speaking, the money will start moving and rolling into altcoins. So then we go over and we go, okay, let's look at the crypto market minus Bitcoin, minus Ethereum. What do we see? Well, total 3 looks like it's broken out of its channel. It's above the 200-day. So once that Bitcoin money rolls down, possibly to Ethereum and altcoins, then it will start taking off the altcoin markets. Now we're in altcoin season. Well, we're already starting to see, because Bitcoin has gotten close, that there are a lot more, from what I've just seen in my day-to-day, positive articles about, here it comes, here it is, it's going to take off. Okay, slow down. Don't just start buying things. If you're like me and you've predominantly stayed within the top 100 coins for, let's say, half my portfolio, and then smaller ones, smaller market cap ones, but within the industries that I like, AI, DePIN, whether it be DeFi with RWA, those sort of things. Okay, if that's what you're looking at in those industries, well, you're going to see constantly those who are in meme coins or much lower cap all of a sudden say, oh, you're not going to believe it, I just made 200% today on this one particular one. And you might be thinking, oh, well, mine's only going up 5 to 10% a day. Well, of course, because you're in the higher market cap, less volatility. You might have some big bumps, but you're going to see constantly all these things. And you might just want to run over there and buy something. I would caution you not to FOMO into those things. You might end up making bad decisions. But what I wanted to show you today was CoinGecko. I like a lot, and I'll show you exactly why. But regardless, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, go into your category of choice. And let's just go into, I hate the fact that there's a gazillion categories and some of them are so weird. Let's go into AI. So you go into AI and they always give general statistics of the market cap of what they consider to be AI trading volume. And of course, they rank them by number, and number is by market cap. And the market cap they use is coins in circulation and times current price. But if you look here, you'll see 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 day. So I always think, regardless of what you've purchased, if you're in something in the AI category, watch all the other AI. If you're going to have something that's not moving when the rest of the market's moving, well, you might want to move it. But more importantly, don't get all riled up if you're seeing coins in other industries moving until you first look at, well, where's your coin? If you're looking at Fetch, for example, and it's in AI, and you see here in the last 7 days, all of these top ones here are actually down or up a very small percent. Now, down here, you got number 200. Okay, it was a 300 million market cap. It went up 70% the last 7 days. Maybe you want to take a look at that. But generally speaking, look at where they are. Now, here's what I wanted to point out within this category. So first, look at the category your coin's in. See what everyone else is doing before you start jumping around. Remember, you got into these for a reason. Here's what I like. Customize. It'll give you a 30-day. Instead of just 7-day, you can look at a 30-day. Fully diluted value. I love this. CoinMarketCap doesn't do this. I believe in fully diluted value. And then you've got market cap divided by fully diluted value divided by, I'll show you what that is in a second. And a lot of people will tell you fully diluted value is baloney. You don't need to do it. I disagree. All right. I think it's extremely important. I think the more we get institutional investors, the more they're going to look at fully diluted. Of course, you got to look at tokenomics. I get it. But here, these are always sorted by market cap, not fully diluted market cap. But let's look at first the 30-day. Before you start, when you see these great articles freaking out, jump in here and look. The second thing I wanted to point out was these top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the top 8 representing $500 million and up. That's fully diluted, but close in regular market cap. Those top 8 have been down 10 to 15 to 20%. So even though you're going to start seeing altcoin season has not started, there is still time, even now, to go into the narratives or industries that you like artificial intelligence, and still pick up excellent opportunities. I love Render and a lot of these, GRT, Cash, AOIZ, BitTensor, Fetch, ICP, Near. These are all great opportunities. They're all down 10, 20%. There's still time in many of these industries to get in. And I think there will be for another month or two. We got to get through this election. Some of the Fed action items need to start rolling in. We'll see what happens towards the end of the year. And then it looks like if these things start taking off, they will. The other thing I wanted to point out was the fact that they've got the fully diluted value. So fully diluted value, I'll show you 2 more things here. This is nice because you don't have to dig into each coin. What does this represent? If it's a 1.0, it means all of the coins are in circulation. How do you know that? Well, if you look here, market cap should equal fully diluted value if it's 1.0. These two are extremely close, so maybe it's a 0.9999. ICP, you can see, is a 0.9. Most of their coins are out. Of course, that's an infinite one. More can come out. But then you've got here, for example, a third. You scroll down, you see the different ones. But here's one that's 0.3. So their market cap's 500, but their fully diluted is 1.6 billion. I like to compare apples to apples, so I like to look at fully diluted value and compare them that way. Why? We'll just look at, for example, BitTensor is actually a 10 billion if all the coins were out. Well, that puts it, if you were to resort them, as number 1 in terms of size. Whereas if you don't do that and you leave it on the market cap, well, it's showing BitTensor as being less than Near an ICP when it's really not. But let's dig into one, Arkham. So Arkham says it's a 0.3. It's been up 8%. It was the first one on this list that was actually up recently. What is nice on CoinGecko is I think they do a better job as you scroll down here at the tokenomics. You can see here, and this was, I believe, provided by the project itself, but you can quickly determine where is it allocated. You can see here, this is one of the ones you want to look at. But you also want to see when are these coins coming out? Who are they being given to? What might they do with it? Core contributors might start selling immediately. Investors may or may not. And it's by this yellow line here happens to be investors. We're in October 24. It looks like they're going to come out in a linear fashion until 28. So that's 17 or 20, let's just say 20% of however many, a billion. So that's 200 million. and that's going to come out over the next 3 years in somewhat of a linear fashion. So divide, and you're at what? 36 months, 200 million. Is that 5 million a month? Something like that. Do the math. And you can figure out about how much is coming out, give you an idea. It's not like there's a huge, what they call a cliff, where all of a sudden it shoots up because a whole bunch of people get stuff in the next month and you might be worried about how that affects price. If you're looking at short term, then what you care about is what's going to happen in the next 12 months. So that would just be here to here, right? And you can see what coins are coming out. That's all I wanted to point out today. I wanted to point out that there's still plenty of time to get in to the industries you want and the coins you want. Go into the industry, go into the category, and then take a look at the 30-day. You just click customize. It'll allow you to turn the 30-day on. It'll make you feel a lot better that, hey, you're not really missing out yet. And be careful when you start seeing all these articles pop up. Do your research, jump in before you FOMO into something. Hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I always say, hope we can make generational wealth together with crypto. Have a great day.